Plato, the OG philosopher, had some thoughts, big thoughts. He believed that political systems are like a merry-go-round. They just go round and round. Plato saw a pattern. Societies cycle through different forms of government. They rise and fall. It's like clockwork, but with more togas. First you get democracy. The people have power. Sounds great, right? Not so fast, says Plato. Democracy can devolve into mob rule. Think about it. People can be swayed by emotions. They make bad decisions. This paves the way for tyranny. Next up is tyranny. A single ruler takes over. They crush dissent. Think strongmen and dictators. But tyranny eventually collapses under its own weight. People get sick of oppression. They revolt. And guess what comes after the revolution? You guessed it. Back to democracy. And the cycle starts all over again. So, how does a democracy go bad? Plato saw it happen in ancient Athens. We're seeing echoes of it today. Think about the rise of populism. Politicians exploit fear and anger. They appeal to our worst instincts. Sound familiar? Look at the news. Leaders bend the rules. They undermine institutions. They attack the free press, all in the name of the people. This erosion of democratic norms is dangerous. It creates space for strongmen to seize power, and once they have it, they are reluctant to let go. Plato believed in the philosopher king. This wasn't some ivory tower academic. The philosopher king was a wise ruler. They were driven by reason, not ambition. They governed for the good of all. Fast forward to today. Do our leaders resemble Plato's ideal? Not so much. We have celebrities turned politicians. We have billionaires buying their way into office. We have leaders who prioritize personal gain over the common good. The result? Incompetence, corruption, a lack of long-term vision. We're stuck with leaders who are more interested in tweeting than governing. Section 4. Oligarchy. The rich get richer, the rest get screwed. Plato warned about oligarchy that's ruled by the wealthy few. He saw how wealth could corrupt, how the pursuit of profit could trump the common good. Sound familiar? Look around. The gap between the rich and the poor is growing. The wealthy have undue influence on our political systems. They lobby for policies that benefit themselves, not the majority. This concentration of wealth and power is unsustainable. It leads to inequality, social unrest, and political instability. Section 5. Media manipulation, lies, damned lies, and your news feed. Plato didn't have to deal with Facebook or Twitter or the 24-hour news cycle, but he understood the power of information. He knew that those who control information control the narrative. Today we're bombarded with information. It's hard to know what to believe. Social media algorithms create echo chambers. We're fed a steady diet of misinformation and propaganda. This manipulation of information undermines our ability to think critically. It erodes trust in institutions. It makes it difficult to have informed political discourse. Section 6. Plato's prescription. Can ancient wisdom cure modern ills? So, what's the solution? Can Plato's ancient wisdom offer any guidance in our modern world? Well, he did have some ideas. Plato believed in education. He thought citizens should be trained to think critically, to question authority, to value reason over emotion. He also believed in justice. He argued for a society where everyone had an equal opportunity to thrive, a society where the common good trumped individual greed. These ideas may seem idealistic, but they're a good place to start. If we want to break free from Plato's political merry-go-round, we need to learn from the past. We need to be vigilant about protecting our democratic institutions, and we need to demand better from our leaders.